Good morning, welcome to Insiders. Well, the first week of the election campaign started with the two leaders, Julia Gillard and Tony Abbott, more in need of an exorcist than a spin doctor. Both were haunted by ghosts of the past. For Labor, Kevin Rudd, in true ghostly fashion, was everywhere and nowhere at the same time. And for the Coalition, work choices kept rising from the dead, after Tony Abbott buried and cremated it in the wrong order.
It's abundantly clear that if Mr Abbott became Prime Minister, the worst aspects of work choices would be back.
It's dead, buried and cremated today, tomorrow, this year, next year, in 3 years' time, forever.
He's never going to change the Fair Work Act, wouldn't even cross his mind, wouldn't dream of it.
Obviously, I can't give an absolute guarantee about every single aspect of workplace relations legislation. The legislation will not change.
Tony, it's something weird. And it don't look good. Who you gonna call?
I think Tony Abbott gets all of his words mangled when he talks about work choices.
And work choices is dead, buried, cremated. Dead, buried, cremated. Dead, buried, cremated. It's dead, buried, cremated.
Written down?
Give me a bit of paper, I'll sign it here. Dead, buried, cremated. You can frame that. Work choices. Dead, buried, cremated.
Wasn't worth the bit of paper that was written on it.
You had a dose of a freaky ghost, baby. You better call.
Now, clear it up. I'm confused. Everyone else is confused about workplace relations.
Let me just make it crystal clear, Koshy. Work choices, it's dead, it's buried, it's cremated.
I was the high priest at the burial.
Nothing to do with work choices is ever coming back.
He can't put it in the ground. It keeps coming back.
You've only said that it's dead for 3 years. That's one term.
Well, Lisa, I have an election to win.
This is a guy that will do and say anything.
Camouflage that Mr Abbott tried to create hasn't even lasted 2 days.
Tony Abbott walking away from work choices would be like Richie Benaud saying he doesn't believe or doesn't like cricket anymore.
It's in his DNA.
Labor have played the trump card, which is the work choices bogey.
Full stop, end of story.
Where are we?
There we go.
And look who's back.
You know something? It's really good to be back in Australia.
His name is Kevin. He's off to Queensland, but is he there to help?
Am I ever gonna see your face again?
Kevin Rudd started election campaigning, but he's refused the opportunity to endorse Julia Gillard by name.
I am supporting the re-election of the Australian Labor government and its leader.
This is a bit of a distraction for Julia Gillard and the Labor Party's central campaign because it sucks oxygen out of their message.
Who can think of something else that they like about this?
He just loves talking to journalists. His natural habitat is in front of a journalist's microphone.
Yeah.
Can't stop the memory that goes climbing through my brain. I get no answer, so the question still remains.
They had no problems deciding what to do with Kevin Rudd a few weeks ago. Now they're having troubles trying to deal with him in the future.
I would have put him in defence and sent him to Afghanistan.
No matter what Kevin Rudd does over the next 4 weeks, you'll see a fair media contingent out there having a look.
Kevin Rudd's formally launching his campaign today. Are you going to make an appearance in his seat?
I'm certainly available to campaign in Griffith with Kevin Rudd.
It is incomprehensible that you could have a situation where they would work together in the future.
Of course, Kevin Rudd, as an honoured former Prime Minister, will be there at the campaign launch.
Honoured after the way he's been brutally chopped down and carved up.
I got to stop these tears that's falling from my eyes. Go walk out in the rain so no one sees me cry.
I'll give her credit. She's got the whole Canberra press gallery, except Oakes, bluffed into thinking that, the Rudd government didn't exist.
And we'll work out seating arrangements for Bob and Paul as necessary.
I think Paul Keating was at least prepared to give Bob Hawke 8 years.
Well,
Thanks very much.